Hello, my name's Jared. I'd like to talk a little about my SLP project. It's called the Clacker. The Clacker stands for Click Tracker. I do agree for this video to be publicly available, so feel free to share it. Um, so a little bit about the Clacker. The Clacker's goal is to give any kind of individual or business the ability to quickly track things, um, things that are kind of they're consistent, but they don't exactly have an easy or fast way to track them. That's kind of the clicker's main goal, is to try to be fast. So some of the people who might use this are, say, event space owners tracking how many people come in, farmers counting current stock, basically business owners with known stock, but it's not exactly easy to bring a a POS system out there, or a barcode scanner. I'm not going to see a farmer going out there with a barcode scanner scanning the sheep, but they can take the clicker out there. So let's plug this in and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it starts up. Normally, if this was complete, you would have an SD card, and the SD card would store a bunch of item names, basically. And so this main menu, ideally, you would have the item names here, listed here, and then you would use this rotary encoder here to select the thing that you want to track. And then you would click the button and it would go to that thing. So I don't have an SD card. I can't demonstrate that right now, but I just hope you get the idea of how it would work. But I will demonstrate the rotary encoder, what it would look like on that screen. So when we turn this, it is event-based driven, so it should go to the next screen. And it did. Great. Okay, so it's right now it says count, but it would have the title of whatever they had selected on the main menu. So let's turn this, validate that it works. It does. So that is the rotary encoder action. If we click this, it will increment it by 100. That's not really reasonable for what I was describing, like the people I was describing would use this. So in the future, really what this rotary encoder should do on this screen is it should increment the amount that the button is going to increase, or increment, basically. So if I turn this, say, 2 dials, the increment count should be 3. So every time I press this button, it should go up by 3. I would decrement it. Now it's back at 1. Same thing. Really, ideally, the rotary encoder, like the turn action, would be used on the main menus to select items, basically to navigate. And then on the count screen, its purpose would be to either increase the amount that the button is going to increment, or it would say, if we had an extra button, that once that's held down and I use the rotary encoder, it'll switch to whatever the next item on the list is in this screen, so we wouldn't have to go back to the main menu. But yeah, it's a little bit about the action of how it would behave, roughly. So future improvements, like I was talking about, the rotary encoder would actually select the amount that the button increments. Definitely would like to, if I take this further, I would like to make my own PCB that would allow a lot of flexibility as far as form factor. So right now I'm kind of limited to, the shape of this. This is very blocky. It's not very ergonomic. With a custom PCB, we can get our own parts, solder them on in pretty much any shape we want, within reason, and then build a case for that. So you can imagine it being pretty comfortable down the line. Yeah. So it is, I don't know if anybody noticed, but it is run by an ESP8266, which means it is Wi-Fi ready. And, when this is fully up and running, there will be a companion app that this could communicate with. And then also I was talking about that SD card listing the items. Well, it would also store whatever we increase the count to in like a CSV format. That'd give the owners of the Clacker an easy way to upload that data to the computer so they have a record of it. I hope to pursue this more. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.